Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's been quite some time since I've posted on here. I've been dealing with like finals, end of the semester stuff, things like that. I also had a bit of a setback in the middle of the semester, but thankfully I'm good now. I'm back with my tanks in New York, and I've been dying to make a little bit of like an update video, show you what I've already been doing in my tanks here and what I plan on doing over the rest of winter break. So it's just gonna be a short video, just a few updates, but yeah, let's get into that. Alright, so over here we have my 20-gallon. This is a stand that I used to have a like little 2.5 gallon on, but now that's down with me in Florida in college. And then over here is my 5-gallon. I have a few little neons in there. And over here is just a little, I wouldn't even call it a tank, it's just like a little hydroponic thing that I have a little Anubias variants in, and then some very sad growing Swiss cheese plants, which I will switch out eventually. So the first update is going to be over here. I went to Brian's Aquarium, which is my local fish store. I bought a few new things for here, and I was also gifted something else for this table. So instead of taking back my 2.5 gallon from college, I'm just going to put a few little surprises here, which I'll show right now. All right, so to start off, I bought this from Brian's Aquarium, my local fish store. So I bought this vase and this bamboo separate. They had these adorable little displays, and I figured it would be a perfect fit to put on that small table. My mom and my dad are the ones who take care of these fish tanks while I'm at school, and this is just one less thing to like really look after. This kind of just sits there and grows on its own. I'm of course not going to put any betta fish in this, nothing, no fish, anything like that. Maybe like a few snails, as in like the hitchhiker snails that sometimes appear in that tank. Nothing on like a larger scale. So this is one of the cool things that I got. I love hydroponically growing things, and when you have things growing out of the tank, so I really like the look of that. And then I was actually gifted this early. It was supposed to be a Christmas gift, but my grandma couldn't wait. This is something that you can actually find off of Amazon. This is another little cute glass bowl. I really like it because it has like these wood features in it, which really makes it look pretty neat. So right here, there's actually a little hole that you could once again stick like a plant out of. So I'm gonna go back to Brian's, the fish store, and then get like some little palms to grow out of this. Once again, probably just gonna put like small plants in this. And maybe like a few hitchhiker bladder snails or things like that. So no fish will go in this, don't be scared. But I'll show you how that looks on the table. So over here we have both of those little glass bowls. I'm not quite sure how big these are. I have to look on Amazon to see that one, and I'm pretty sure there's a sticker under that that tells how many liters or gallons it is. Doesn't really matter because I'm not putting any major livestock in it. But I really like the way it looks. I'm obsessed with nano tanks, and I'm not even talking like 5 gallons. I love little things like this, just like the thing I have over on my windowsill. I just love like microscopic, even though it's not microscopic, I love really, really tiny tanks. But I'm actually gonna fill this one up right now just to get it started. I don't really have any clippings like bamboo or really any more of those Swiss cheese plants to stick in there, but I'll just get some water in there for now. I might pop a few snails in both of these because I do. You'll see over here I have a lot of little hitchhiker snails. I have yet to identify those swirly shelled snails. But I do know that I have some bladder snails around here too. I used to have freshwater limpets in here, but those have seemed to disappear. I'm not complaining because I was a little bit scared that they would overpopulate, but yeah. All right, so fill this one up to the brim. Let's see how it looks. Perfect. All right, so this is what it's looking like. I actually love that so much. It's gonna look even better when I have some sprouts coming out of it. But aside from all of this over here, I did get 2 new fish. So unfortunately, while I was away at college, we did have 2 fatalities in this tank. One was one of those little Cory cats right there. Let's see if it'll focus. His buddy passed away, unfortunately, and my gourami, unfortunately, didn't make it either. But I've had those guys for quite some time, so I'm not too bummed out about that. Of course, it's not ideal, but I did get 2 new additions. So, of course, for him, I got him another buddy. He's somewhere in here. He's a little bit bigger. He might be over on the side. I'm not sure. He'll come out eventually. But what I'm really interested in is this beautiful gourami that you could see right there. He is absolutely stunning. He's not the same species as the one that I used to have in here, but he still is beautiful. So he's still a little shy. I only got these guys like maybe a few hours ago, so he's still getting acclimated to the tank. But if you guys have any name suggestions for him, feel free to comment. But yeah, this tank is looking great. The rummy nose is doing great. He's still doing great, and the plants are doing amazing too. I do have a little bit of a black beard algae issue just on the edges of the Anubias leaves, which is really odd. But it's not overbearing, so I'll just let it sit there. Maybe it's just my lighting. But yeah, everything else is going great in this tank. Over here, there's really not much to say. I know this tank looks like a 3rd grader built it. I am, promise you, going to fix it over Christmas break, probably after Christmas, maybe before. I'm gonna finally, once and for all, take this artificial decor out and then rescape it, maybe put some driftwood in it, probably maybe take the filter out because it is taking up a lot of space, and I'll get it looking more natural. But one of the last things that I want to do in this video is take some of the hitchhiker snails from this tank and kind of tweeze them out and then put them in these 2 right here just to get a little ecosystem going. I might put some small clippings of aquatic plants in here. I'm not sure. They'll do fine. This is both water taken from these tanks, so it's already cycled and everything. They'll be fine. Okay, so since I already have the bamboo in this larger one, I decided to put some clippings in this little one right here. Now, mind you, these setups are completely temporary. I probably might put sand in the bottom of these for sediment later on. But for now, I kind of just want to plop like a few of these hitchhiker snails in either one of these. So let's see how easy or difficult this is really going to be. I don't want to crush them in the process. So there is one successful snail. Alright, so there it is. Took a few snails from that little area right there, plopped them in here, and sometime in the next few days I'm gonna get some gravel because I don't want to have a trillion snails all over this tank. That's gonna be a mess. It was already silly enough to add snails here before I have sediment, any type of sand in the bottom. So I'm gonna do that as fast as possible, get these 2 things going. We'll see how the snails do. They shouldn't populate that fast over the next 2 days, maybe. But yeah, that's pretty much all the updates that I wanted to give for all of my tanks today. Like I said, it's going to be a short video, but I have some plans coming up. Alright, so that pretty much brings us to the end of the video, but as far as some future plans that I have, definitely want to update that 5-gallon that I showed you before that's over there. Want to make it more natural looking, not like a little kid made it. It hasn't been updated in quite a bit, so I'm definitely going to get to that. I also want to make some more nature videos, so if you're into that type of stuff, I really want to start hitting up more nature preserves, wildlife refuges, which would be pretty cool. I love viewing those things and walking through them in the winter because I cannot stand ticks, and I don't really have to worry about that when it's around 30 degrees out. So probably going to be doing that over winter break. A few other things in stock, but I don't want to mention them because I'm not sure if they're going to happen. But just make sure to stay tuned, and I'll see you guys in the next video.